Robin, and I miss seeing you in those 6-inch heels. But a lot of us can relate to this idea that we feel so very fortunate for the work from home flexibility. I love to be able to see my daughter and my husband, but as Google is now saying that it's more than 200,000 employees can work from home through next July, and more companies jump on this remote work bandwagon, some are beginning to question whether it's really all it's cracked up to be.
For Roya Hegdahl, starting a new job at a nonprofit during a global pandemic while working remotely is at times a struggle.
Building any sort of relationship with my coworkers is kind of difficult right now. I've never seen any of them in person. I don't even know where our office building is.
With major tech companies switching their workforce to full-time remote employees, leading some to wonder whether work from home is actually working.
For the first several months, I think we all kind of lived off the adrenaline of that. But that adrenaline doesn't last forever.
Laszlo Block is the CEO of human resources startup HumU. He says while working from home started with great intentions, bringing teams closer, even making managers more accessible, it's also led to less accountability.
One of the common ways we're bumping into companies now is they're coming to us saying, we can't get people to show up for Zoom calls. We can't get people to participate.
In fact, many employees are struggling with the lack of social contact, integrating new concepts and training new hires. According to the Becker-Friedman Institute at the University of Chicago, 37% of jobs in the U.S. can be performed entirely at home. And while there are clearly some benefits, it also appears to be coming at a cost.
All those little tiny moments that happen in the office where we bump into each other are badly missed because they're essential.
A recent survey by FlexJobs showing 40% of workers say they have experienced burnout during the pandemic. But FlexJobs CEO Sara Sutton, a remote workforce guru, says this is circumstantial.
Remote work really hasn't been adapted into most companies' culture yet. We need to regroup and rethink and figure out what the longer term scenario is.
So how do you make working from home work for you if that's what your company wants? First of all, create a routine. It can be a 9 to 5. It can be what works for you and your family. Make sure you get outside. And finally, Robin, communicate. Those little moments that are missing from our office interactions, while they're not necessarily going to be recreated through email exchanges and phone calls, if you reach out to people and you make a point to keep those connections, it will help you with your work and your mentality going forward. Robin?